Look, if you've ever thought to yourself, man, I love horror, but sometimes I just want to laugh about it too, then y'all, today's your day. Because on this week's Feed Swap Saturday, we're sharing an episode from a brand new show that's equal parts spooky and downright ridiculous. It's called Tickled to Death, and it's a horror movie game show hosted by comedian and horror fanatic Roz Hernandez. You might know her from Ghosted or Hulu's Living for the Dead. Each week, she brings on actors, comedians, and podcasters to go head-to-head in trivia, improv, and all sorts of absurd challenges inspired by your favorite scary movies. One week, it's slashers. The next, Stephen King or folk horror. And October? Well, that means witches, werewolves, and of course, Halloween itself. It's weird, it's hilarious, and best of all, you can play along at home. So y'all settle in and get ready for a good laugh because we're going to bring you an episode right now. Just look, promise me you won't get tickled to death.
If you were stepping into Carrie's shoes, how would you use these powers?
I know that Carrie's shoes are iconic, but I don't really remember her having powers in the show, but I probably would have killed Mr. Big sooner.
Welcome to Tickled to Death. I'm Roz Hernandez, lover of all things spooky. Well, not books, because I'm not good with words, but I love horror movies, okay? And we're gonna be talking about them today on this spine-chilling, very scary, very gamey game show. Get ready for some major thrills, because today we're diving into the twisted mind of Stephen King. All right, enough of that. Let's meet our victims for today's show. Today I am joined by the wonderful entertainment journalist, podcaster, and screenwriter BJ Colangelo. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Writer-director Michael Verratti.
Hi, Roz.
And actor, writer, creator Sarah Seeds.
Hello.
A wildly talented bunch today. Now, let's get into our first game. As always, we're kicking off our episode with a few rounds of trivia. Question number 1. Stephen King's Pet Sematary tells the story of a family who discover a strange burial ground that can bring dead animals and even people back to life. But when the father decides to use it, the results are horrifying. In the 1989 film adaptation, Stephen King makes a cameo. Who does he play? Did he play A, shopkeeper, B, minister, C, gravedigger, or D, cabaret star? Sarah!
Is he digging graves?
That is not correct, Sarah.
Fuck!
It is open for the steal. Michael!
He plays a minister.
Michael, you are correct. Now, I happen to know Michael, and he is a real nerd about this stuff, okay? As I've said before, Michael can tell you who did craft services on, Night of the Living Dead. He'll tell you everything.
Who did craft services on Night of the Living Dead?
You think they could afford craft services on Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah, maybe not that one.
They're coming
not the best
for you,
option.
Bob.
I don't know though, Roz. I feel like with all of that hype, you've set me up to fail. So I better meet my own challenge here.
There's blood in
That
the
was
water.
my goal the whole time. Okay, that is the correct answer, Michael. King did play the minister in the scene at young Gage's funeral. Heartbreaking. And here's a fun fact. King often appears in his own adaptations. He played the sheriff in Thinner, the shopkeeper in It, Chapter 2, and a plane passenger in The Langoliers. All right, enough of that. Let's get to know one of our guests. BJ is a Rotten Tomatoes certified critic and the co-host of the popular podcast This Ends at Prom with her wife, Harmony. BJ, do you remember the first time you watched a Stephen King film?
It's so funny that you ask that because my literal first memory I have as a human being is watching a Stephen King movie. So
Which one?
I'm going to paint the picture for you. I am 4 years old. I am sitting on the couch with my mother. She's about to fold laundry, and she's just rented the VHS miniseries of Stephen King's It. And she's going to put it in. We're going to watch it. And my dad comes in the room, and he looks at my mom. He looks at me. He looks at the TV. He looks back down at me. He looks at my mom and says, "Don't you think she's a little young for this?" My mom looks at me and goes, "Oh, she's not going to remember this." And it is the earliest memory that I have.
Well, it's a clown. Children love clowns.
I mean, it's my introduction to Tim Curry, so I guess something was done right.
Hot.
That's an amazing first memory. I love that. Here's our next question. Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of The Shining is considered one of the most iconic films of the horror genre. But King himself wasn't a fan of the final product. There are several aspects that bothered him, but he had one biggest point of frustration. What was it? Was it A, the design of the Overlook Hotel? B, the ending? C, the portrayal of Jack Torrance? Or D, not casting me as the lady in the bathtub? Michael!
C, he was not happy with the portrayal of Jack Torrance because he thought he was crazy from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You are right.
Damn.
Michael, I'm rooting against you. I'm sorry. That is the correct answer. So King has been quoted as saying, quote, "The character of Jack Torrance has no arc in the movie. Absolutely no arc at all. When we first see Jack Nicholson, he's in the office of Mr. Ullman, the manager of the hotel. And then he's crazy as a shit house rat. All he does is get crazier. In the book, he's a guy who's struggling with his sanity and finally loses it. To me, that's a tragedy. In the movie, there's no tragedy because there's no real change." And I think that's exactly how he said it. All right, let's get to know another one of these guests, Michael, who is currently in the lead. His work as a writer and director is primarily in the genre of horror. He's the co-host of the popular cult cinema podcast, Midnight Mass, and the ongoing producer, writer, director of the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. Michael, what's your favorite of the iconic scenes in The Shining?
Well, I really like when he actually gets writing done because as a writer, we know that writers will do anything to not do work, which he definitely displays over the course of the movie. But my serious answer is I love the tricycle shot where the kid's riding the tricycle through the halls because it's so innocent and it turns so creepy when he rounds the corner and sees the twins. It's just iconic imagery, great filmmaking, and it makes me just kind of like nostalgic for childhood for a half second before you realize, oh, it's horrifying.
Come play with us. Question number 3. Carrie, arguably the most iconic horror movie of the 70s, is an adaptation of Stephen King's debut novel. Which famous director helms the adaptation? Was it A, Robert Altman, B, Brian De Palma, C, Martin Scorsese, or D, Seth Rogen? Michael!
It's Brian De Palma.
You are correct. Ryan De Palma. Yeah, I know. We're all not happy with Michael right now. It's literally 3-0, Michael.
If it makes you feel better, I'm not happy with myself usually ever. So I understand.
We'll let you have it this time.
Patriarchy.
Yes, the correct answer was indeed Brian De Palma, who has directed so many iconic movies, including Scarface, The Untouchables, and Carlitos Way. Okay, last but certainly not least, it's time to meet our third guest to get her in the spotlight. Sarah Seeds recently took on the lead role in the film Missing Pieces, starred in the upcoming comedy drama Doopsie, and created and starred in the dystopian sci-fi thriller Bathed in the Night, which is currently making its way through the festival circuit. Sarah, what liquid would you want to be dumped on you on stage in front of a room of your peers?
What wouldn't I? Great question. Sorry. Well,
no, it's a very normal question to ask somebody.
It's very normal. This is such a great question. It really gets to the core of my being. And I would have to say Taco Bell Baja Blast because I'm trash. And also it'd be very hydrating for me, like tastes good. I know it's sticky, but, water isn't, and that's boring. So that's probably where I would go.
Baja Blast, just like my ancestors in Mexico used to make. All right, question number 4. In the 2017 film It, which item does Pennywise use to lure Georgie into the storm drain? A toy boat. B, a balloon. C, a candy bar. Or D, a vape. Sarah!
Yeah. Okay, so shit. I know it's a balloon.
You do.
Yeah.
Final answer.
I don't know what. If it's not right, well, I know he drops his little toy boat in there and he lures him in, but he has a balloon while he's under there. So I'm having a confliction of reality.
Well, this is the question is, which item does Pennywise use to lure Georgie into the storm drain? Balloon? That is not correct. I apologize. So I am guessing that means...
Michael.
BJ!
Toy boat. He lures him with the toy boat because he's going to give it back to him.
BJ, that is correct. You are on the board. You got
finally
it. A toy boat. And the 2017 film It, Bill Skarsgård didn't use CGI for most of Pennywise's signature movements, like his contorted expressions or those unnerving shifts in his face. He relied solely on the physicality of his body control and all of that without the help of the CGI. I'm sorry, but he's hot, okay? Anytime I see Pennywise out of drag, you can lure me down into a sewer is all I'm saying. Okay. Question number 5. In Children of the Corn, what do the children believe is the name of the entity that they worship and follow? A, Demon of Corn. B, He Who Walks Behind the Rose. C, the Harvest King. Or D, Orville Redenbacher. Michael.
He Who Walks Behind the Rose.
Michael, you are correct. He Who Walks Behind the Rose controls the children through fear and manipulation and commands them to sacrifice adults. Spoiler alert!
I really liked Corn Demon. That was or whatever the first one. I thought that was really
corny.
Great.
Corny demons.
That's corny. Well, that's a wrap on game 1. Let's see who found their way out of the frozen hedge maze and who's been covered in stinky pig blood. Sarah is bringing up the rear with 0.
Always.
BJ is hanging in second with 1 point. And Michael is in the lead with 4 points.
Ugh.
Unbelievable.
Before we go deeper into the literary genius of Stephen King's mind, it's only fair that we get to know our guests a little deeper. So tell me, my children of the corn, if you were stepping into Carrie's shoes and harnessing your telekinetic powers, how would you use these powers? Sarah?
Okay. I would make sure that every catcall on the street got pantsed, because we all know they're not working with shit. That's what I would do.
Oh, that's
I'd be like,
a
you
good
have something
one.
smile? Your penis is small. That's what I would do.
How about you, BJ?
I like to think that I would do something really cool with it, but I know in my heart of hearts that I would be less Carrie and more Matilda Wormwood, and I would just use it to organize my kitchen, maybe mess with some cops for fun, but really, it's gonna just be used to make my life easier.
Totally. And what about you, Michael?
You know, I know that Carrie's shoes are iconic, but I don't really remember her having powers in the show, but I probably would have killed Mr. Big sooner.
Michael!
Team Aiden, I guess. Wow.
Yeah.
I think I would use my telekinesis also like BJ, just to make my life easier. It'd probably be a lot of sitting on the couch and being like, I want another LaCroix, but I don't feel like it. Also, I'm very curious to my 3 guests here. If you were Annie Wilkes from Misery and you captured someone, who would that be that you would capture in your home, tied to a bed? And why? BJ!
Any answer that I want to give will probably put me on a watch list for, I don't know, a government department that's not so
Truly.
efficient. So instead, I'm going to say the guy who lives 3 blocks away from me, who drives a cyber truck and is always blocking all of traffic and causing nothing but chaos. I'm
Ew.
hobbling you. I'm so sorry. You made your decision to buy that car. Now you get a hobbling.
Oh,
Do better.
Say
Yeah.
goodbye to the ankle. Have you ever seen that video of some actor pretending that they are Annie Wilkes at a bookstore trying to
Yes.
find...
Oh, it's so good.
The best is when people share it and they're like, check out this Karen going
Right.
wild. And it's like, her name is Annie. Please put some respect on
Annie
it.
Wilkes is like the ultimate Karen, you guys.
She is Karen. Yeah.
I mean,
The
she kind of...
prototype.
That whole like idea of a Karen, I mean, she went the distance. She straight up held captive the person who the manager she wanted to speak to.
Yes. Like, let me talk to your manager. Let me tie you to a bed and, fuck with you.
But
Yeah.
like when you think about it, her fandom like pushed her into this place to do something so crazy that she demanded it of the creator. And it's like Annie Wilkes was the internet before the internet.
She was. And she was
She's
a
the first
one-woman
stan.
show. She was the first
She's-
stan, yes.
She's a stan. Yes.
Absolutely.
We stan. We stan.
I want a shirt
We
that
must
says
stand.
Annie Wilkes is the original Karen. Currently, we have got Michael in the lead.
Work.
Second place is BJ.
Work.
And last is Sarah.
First in our
But
hearts.
it is anyone's game. So let's settle back in for round 2. It's time to grab your suitcases, because we're headed to one of my favorite hotels. It's got wild carpets, a whiskey bar that's seen more late night shenanigans than I care to admit, and twins. We're heading to the Overlook Hotel. That charming little hotel in The Shining where Jack Nicholson went off the deep end and where the hedge maze is basically a full-time job. So here's where you 3 come in. The Overlook Hotel has been turned into a trendy Airbnb, and it's hosting a group of influencers for the weekend. Jack Torrance, the main character in The Shining, is one of them. He wants to post a selfie video for his followers about the hotel. Now, the goal is to come up with the most outrageous, bizarre, and fitting social media post that stays true to Jack's character and to The Shining's iconic themes. So think the twins, the woman in 237, Lloyd the bartender, the blood in the hallway, all of it, okay? Your review should be no more than 30 seconds. I'll decide who gets first place, second place, and third place. First place is awarded 3 points, second place is awarded 2 points, and third place, 1 point. So put your influencer thinking caps on, because here we go. Portraying at Jack Torrance. Michael Verratti, the clock starts now.
OMG, what a wild weekend. Wet women and hallways. The kids could play forever and ever, and there were furries. I guess I had many drinks about it. Stop on by, Colorado.
Hey, short and sweet. You still got 10 seconds on the clock. You don't need to use it.
Have another drink.
Okay.
He's an alcoholic. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, he does tend to
He
drink
imbibes,
a lot,
yeah.
Jack
Mhm.
Torrance. Okay, next up, start the clock for 30 seconds. We've got BJ Colangelo as Jack Torrance. Clock starts now.
Hey there, Jack Attackers. It's your boy. I just got back from the Overlook Hotel. Didn't get a lot of writing done, but there's a lot of good room for swinging a baseball bat around and terrorizing anyone in your life. I highly recommend it. Come and check it out when you can. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And remember, you are the light of my life.
Clock
Thank you.
stops there. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, Sarah. Clock starts now.
Hey there, I'm really cold, sitting in a maze. But that's okay, because I saw some guy get his dick sucked by an animal, and I just drank booze off the devil. Other than that raging racist in that red-ass bathroom that was really well designed, I had a great, great time. My wife kinda almost killed her. My son, he shut the fuck up. But I'm still here, frozen. If only there was a bar in the middle of this maze instead of some stupid bench, I'd be happier. I'm cold.
Oh my God.
This is hard. So now I am tasked with having to decide, I think the mention of the furry was really important for me. So I'm going to go with Sarah Seeds. You have won this round.
Ugh.
You have now been awarded 3 points. Second place, definitely BJ.
Yes.
Third place, Michael.
Sorry.
That was wonderful, all of you. That furry scene has never left my mind, and I
It's a
just
meme.
don't get it. If the Airbnb price is too good, there's probably a reason why. So after that last game, we now have Michael in the lead with 4 points. But BJ and Sarah are close behind. They both have 3 points. Okay, the game has really evened out here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hear a bit more from our guests. You were an interior designer at the Overlook Hotel. What is one thing that you would change about it? Sarah, since you won the last one, I'll let you go first.
I mean, other than extra blood in the elevators, I'm going to go with an actual prize at the center of the maze. The maze is bootsy. It's cheap. It's easy. Literally from bird's eye view, you're like, great, there's benches in the middle. Ew. Why not put a bar that's year-round, seasonal, tropical in the summer, fall wilderness and like camo energy, in the fall, and then maybe in the winter, like igloo realness. And the guests find themselves there. The devil teleports, so we don't have to hire more staff. And then they get drunk and they can't leave. It makes it scarier, it makes it more fun. And honestly, they can't check out, so we make more money.
Oh my God. And if they're drunk, good luck trying to get out of there.
Capitalism.
Great idea.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Michael?
Well, listen, I thought this was a resort hotel, but where's the jacuzzi? I think singles and swingers are coming to Colorado for their ski trips. They need a jacuzzi.
Oh.
I mean, this hotel is already second to the Ramada if they don't have a jacuzzi. We can't have, and the Ramada's already got dead bodies too, so we can't fall behind. This is the
giving
moment.
Best Western. Yeah, you're
It
right.
is. Worst Western without the jacuzzi.
Ooh. Well, you three have made it this far, and it is now time for round 3. Your last chance to redeem yourselves. We're calling this supernatural slip-ups. All right, so here's how the game works. My 3 guests are going to step into the shoes of different Stephen King characters who have some pretty wild supernatural powers. They'll face 3 scenarios where they'll try to use those powers. But, of course, things are bound to go hilariously wrong. Here are the 3 characters, their powers and scenarios that they'll be faceted with. First up is Christine, who is the Plymouth Fury from the movie Christine. She controls people's minds, she can heal and repair herself. So Christine pulls up to a long drive-through line and has 0 patience to wait for it. Okay? The next one is Charlie McGee from Firestarter. She's got pyrokinesis, she can start fires with her mind, but she can also accidentally overdo it. Charlie goes to the spa for a relaxing day, and things take a fiery turn. And finally, we have Pennywise from It, who has the supernatural power of shape-shifting. Pennywise tries to blend in at a family reunion, but his shape-shifting skills go terribly wrong. Each guest has 30 seconds to take on their character, use their supernatural power in a funny, exaggerated way, and make me laugh and possibly horrify me. I'll award 3 points for the scenario that delights and terrifies me the most, 2 for the second scariest, and 1 for the prompt that won't really be keeping me up at night. Sarah and BJ are in last, so we'll do a tiebreaker since we've got Sarah and BJ tied. Both of you have to guess who my favorite Stephen King icon from one of his books and movies is. The person that gets it right gets to choose what order they go in. BJ, what's your guess?
I'm going to go with Margaret White from Carrie because I feel like you would appreciate the energy of somebody who is just going to barge into your house and start evangelizing whatever they want to talk about and has never done the curly girl method a day in her life and still makes it work.
What about you, Sarah? What is your guess?
I'm going to go with Pennywise because Pennywise is anything and everything. Pennywise is drag. Pennywise is spider. Pennywise is living atop a universe that a turtle spit out. Pennywise kills kids. I mean, I'm into all of that. I don't know if you are, but that's where I would go.
You know, to me, it truly is a tie between Carrie and Pennywise. So I'm going to have to go with Sarah. You get to choose. But BJ, you are making me rethink because I kind of do love Carrie's mother.
Love.
So
don't
Sarah,
all of us have some religious trauma that we have to work through?
Yeah.
Relatable queen.
Please, you think I wouldn't be sitting here looking like this, talking like this if I didn't? Absolutely. Sarah, since you won that tiebreaker, you get to choose the scenario. Would you like to be Christine, Charlie from Firestarter or Pennywise?
I think, sorry to be basic, but I'm going to have to go with Pennywise. Kid family reunions are tragic.
Okay. So Sarah has chosen Pennywise from the movie It, who has the talent of shape-shifting. Sarah, your clock starts now.
Pennywise just shows up and is like, hi, I'm your Uncle Chad, right? But then Pennywise has spider hands and the kids are like, no, fuck no, oh God. And then Pennywise is like, what can I do to make them feel more comfortable? Balloon animals. So then Pennywise grabs the nearest thing he can do, starts making balloon animals. Too bad it's the family dog. So then Pennywise is like, no, wait, let me get inside. I'm going to make some chips and dip. Except the dip is the head of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. And then it serves it up to the kids who end up being dead anyway and are drowning because they'll float too.
Okay, that was 30 seconds.
I know.
Not bad. BJ, what would you like to choose out of Charlie from Firestarter or Christine the car?
Listen, I'm going to take Christine the car.
Yes.
She's beautiful, she's sleek, and I think I can make some magic happen here.
Okay, so your scenario is Christine, the car that can control people's minds and repair herself. And she has pulled up to a long drive-through line and has zero patience. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. BJ, give it to us.
Alrighty, so I am Christine the car. I've pulled up. You know what? I've got a little bit of burning going on here from the last time everybody saw me, so I'm going to just heal that up. I'm going to look really nice and really sleek. And the first thing that I got to do if I'm going to get through this line is I need to find a very sexually confused, awkward, nerdy twink. And I'm looking around. We're in Los Angeles. You can just throw a rock. You'll find one easily. All right, I got one. Hey, boy, come here. Come here. Get in my car. Get in my car. Get in my car. Thank you. Get in my car. We're going to get ourselves a crunch wrap. We're going to get ourselves more Baja Blast than anyone can imagine.
Okay, that's But here's what's funny to me. It's not get into my car. It's get into me, basically.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Get into the gig. Yeah, get in.
Yeah. Get into this, honey.
I'm not only a car, but I also own the car.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
We love.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter who's
woman.
driving Christine. They don't own Christine.
That's true. Absolutely.
Autonomy.
I mean, Michael was truly the star of the trivia round. And it is time for Michael to get back here in this game and show us what Charlie is like going to the spa for a relaxing day and then things take a fiery turn. Michael Verratti, you have 30 seconds. 30 seconds around the clock. Give it to us, Michael!
You know, when the world's too hot, a girl needs to take a spa day, but things went wrong. They put cucumbers on my face, but it turned to stir fry. I got in the jacuzzi and ended up cooking some nanas. I went into a mud bath and it just turned into dust. It was the worst. But luckily, my masseuse, he had hotter fingers than even me, and things worked out in the end.
Oh my God, with still time on the clock. That's Michael. Short
Hot stones.
I'm not super familiar with that film. Like, I don't think I've ever seen it, but does she ever use her fire starting to make food? That sounds great.
S'mores, right? Like, what are you doing?
I mean, I think that it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. I just remember that it was like Drew Barrymore right after E.T. And
right.
she fucked shit up. But that's my recollection.
Off camera as well.
Yeah.
What if Drew Barrymore randomly set people on fire during her talk show? Like,
what
if she just did that?
First off, no. Second off, I think she does.
Yeah, at least she crawls onto them like she's going to.
Okay, so I have to give that one to Michael because I love the thought of the cucumbers on the face turning into stir fry. You just put a little soy sauce on it. You're ready to go. Some peanut oil, maybe. That's amazing. So that would mean that Michael now has 3 points from that round. Second place, I think I'm going to have to go with BJ.
Yes.
I just love it. I mean, I'm a drive-through girl anyway, so I think I just loved the whole scenario, and I thought you did wonderfully. And Sarah, it was good. I mean, that was my favorite character. Pennywise. But the competition has been tough this round.
And no one likes the family reunion. I should have known that.
Oh, God. Absolutely
worst.
That's on me.
That's the true horror show, to be honest.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
We all have social media now. We don't need them. High school reunions, family reunions, get them out of here.
Do we think that Pennywise would have a normal family and Pennywise is like the black sheep? Or is everyone, is Pennywise like the underachiever? Where does Pennywise stand in the
He's definitely the black
family?
sheep because he's only showing up to that reunion every 27 years.
Yes,
so,
true.
Yeah.
He has daddy issues for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Michael has slayed the competition with the final score of 7 points. BJ had 5, Sarah had 4.
My lucky
put up
number.
a good fight, Sarah. Not bad at all. Congratulations, Michael.
Well, thank you.
God is a woman.
God is a woman.
Go
I agree.
crown yourself in whatever way you see fit, because I ain't got no prize for you nowhere. All right, so you three, before you head out, I have got to ask where people can find you. And most importantly, give us one horror movie recommendation. One that's, maybe on your mind for whatever reason. And just one. I know all 3 of you could give us like 1,000, but just one. What's the one you want to tell us about? BJ, you go first.
This was so much fun. You can find me on all forms of social media at BJ Colangelo. My podcast, This Ends at Prom. We analyze teen girl movie cinema across all time periods and genres, including Carrie. And the movie that I want to recommend to everyone is actually The Rage Carrie 2 from 1999. Yes. It is painfully underrated. People give it so much crap, but really this movie was so far ahead of its time in terms of analyzing toxic masculinity before we even really had a name for it. And all of the performances are absolutely fantastic. And you're going to walk away thinking that you might probably get a bunch of vines tattooed up your arms. It is so wonderful.
Yes. Oh, that movie's amazing. Great recommendation. How about you, Sarah? Where can we find you and what's a movie you'd like us to watch?
Where can't you find me? Check your local gutter, and I'm also on all social media platforms. My favorite being, well, sort of, Instagram right now, meta, at Sarah Seeds. It's SarahSeeds, like you plant in the ground. I also have a show that I created called Riding the D with Dr. Seeds, not a porn, on Plex TV. What was I supposed to... Oh, yes! What is the scary movie that I recommended? That is The Witch. Girl. The Witch.
Oh.
The Witch. It's showing puritanical realness and how stupid it is. It was shot for like $2 and looks incredible. It starts with, an old witch grinding a baby into pulp. And I think that's how we all should lead our lives. The Witch.
Thank you, Sarah. And our champion, Michael, where can people find you? And what is one horror movie you'd recommend?
Well, you can find me at Michael Verratti on Blue Sky and Instagram. Midnight Mass comes out every other Wednesday at midnight, which I co-host with my dear friend Peaches Christ. And it would not be me if I didn't recommend a weird midnight movie. Today, we have talked about films that Stephen King has written. We have talked about films Stephen King has appeared in. But what about a movie Stephen King directed? I'm going to recommend Maximum Overdrive, the only film Stephen King has ever directed, about machines that come to life, starring Emilio Estevez and Yeardley Smith, the voice of Lisa Simpson. It's worth it. It's weird. It definitely is a product of its time, and I think it's a good chaser to the shot that was this episode.
Love a good chaser. Well, thanks a ton for hanging out with me today, my kings, queens, and non-binary royalty. I had an absolute blast. Be sure to join us next week for even more thrills and chills. Goodbye.
Copyright 2025 by Paramount Audio, a division of Paramount Pictures Corporation. Sound recording copyright 2025 by Paramount Audio, a division of Paramount Pictures Corporation.